Coming up in this Brightline construction update. This update provides a look at the progress at 5 of the bridges being rebuilt as part of the double tracking work along the existing Florida East Coast Railway mainline in southern Brevard County, Florida. We'll start at the Eau Gallie River. Work has begun here over the past few weeks to start building the temporary work trestle that will provide access for crews and equipment over the water. The existing bridge is a remnant of the first time that the Florida East Coast Railway was double-tracked. Originally built in the 1920s, the bridge was reduced to only use one track in the 1970s when the FEC was reduced back to single track and has been used that way ever since. The ties on the unused side have been there since that track was removed. The posts sticking out of the water here on the west side are the remains of some old power poles that used to parallel the tracks. Moving back toward the crane provides a look at the first pilings that have been installed for the temporary work trestle. Back on land, supplies have been staged along the track for the trestle. These blue pieces go on top of the pilings to support the bridge beams. Looking in the distance, ties have started to be laid out for the double tracking. To finish up here at the Eau Gallie River, here's an engineer's eye view going across the bridge in both directions. A few miles south of the Eau Gallie River is Crane Creek. When I was last here, crews had just finished installing the temporary work trestle. Work has since progressed to installing the pilings for the first track of the new bridge. Work is currently focused on building the first track of the new bridge. Once it is complete and trains are able to be transferred onto it, the temporary trestle will be disassembled and rebuilt here on the west side, where crews will then demolish the old bridge and build the second track of the new bridge in its footprint. Two of the future bridge supports have had headers poured around the pilings that will eventually support the bridge's beams. The rest of the pilings are in the final stages of getting prepared for the headers. Looking from the side provides a better look at the progress on the pilings. While it may not look like it now, the clearance under the new bridge will be higher than the existing bridge. When removed, the old bridge supports will be cut down under the mud line so they will not be an obstruction to boaters. While I was flying, crews were in the process of cutting the excess portions of some of the pilings off to prepare them for the headers. By being longer than necessary, they can all be cut down to the same height, even if some go deeper than others. Crews started by cutting all around the edges of the piling at the desired height. A strap in the crane was then wrapped around the portion of the piling to be removed. To finish breaking off the top of the piling, a wedge is pounded into the cut. Once broken off, the piece is dangling by the crane and is swung over to the temporary trestle where it is laid until it can be taken away. Our next stop is at Turkey Creek. While no work has occurred at this bridge yet, the crane is scheduled to arrive here any day now. On the east side of the bridge, which is on the left here, a pad has been built up to provide a level surface to work off of. The existing bridge was also built for double track back in the 1920s, and it is being fully replaced. Since this bridge is shorter than the other two, it should be completed fairly quickly in comparison. Ties had been removed from the unused side at one point to help discourage people from walking across it. At the end of the pad, the first pieces for the temporary work trestle have been staged. This small crane and forklift will be needed to assemble the main crane when it arrives. The second track will be built on the right here. Goat Creek, which is located in Valkaria, is next. This bridge is the farthest along of all the bridges in this video. All the pilings are in place for the first half of the new bridge. Two sections of the new bridge deck are installed and work is continuing on finishing the rest of the headers. When finished, this bridge will have a ballasted deck with concrete ties. The same will be true for all the other bridges being built for Brightline. Here's a closer look at the new bridge deck. You can see forms for headers around the other pilings as well. After the first half of this bridge is complete, trains will be moved onto it and the old bridge will be demolished. The second half of the new bridge will be built in its place. Once this bridge is fully complete, work will progress on building the second track on either side of the bridge. Those sections of right-of-way are currently being used as an access road to the bridge site. By the next time I am here, I expect the first half of the new bridge to be complete. Our last stop is at the Sebastian River Bridge near Roseland. Work on the temporary trestle has made it all the way across the river. Work is currently progressing on the last section to connect it to the north bank, where another crane is currently staged on the right-of-way. Around this corner is the current south end of the Miko siding. That siding will disappear when the double track is installed, with a new crossover built where the southern end is located today and will be known as Control Point Miko. As the temporary trestle has been installed, select spans of the old bridge have been removed so test pilings could be put into place. The purpose of these test pilings is to check the conditions of the ground they are being pounded into. If crews encounter any issues they weren't expecting, it gives them time to develop a solution instead of holding up the progress later on. Once the temporary trestle is complete, crews should move on to demolishing the rest of the unused bridge spans and begin installing more of the permanent pilings for the first track of the new bridge. Work is expected to continue at this bridge until the end of 2022. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Also check out my social media pages.